Let's connect together. Let's build together. Join in. Welcome to the Nikki Rich Show. Let's give a helping hand. Welcome to the Nikki Rich Show. I'm your host, Miss Nikki Rich. And guys, we are so excited because we have an amazing show for you all. We have author Miyoshi Umeki Gordon. Welcome. How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful, Nikki. Thank you
It's
for the
such an honor
invitation.
to have you here. And I'm telling you, you are amazing. We follow you. And I said we had to bring you on and just support your newly released book that's coming out this month. So I'm
That's right.
excited. November. I
Uh-huh.
mean, this is amazing. So welcome to the Nikki Rich Show.
Thank you so much, Nikki. I'm so excited. I'm humbled by your invitation to invite me.
Hmm.
I met you on Twitter. I never forget that moment.
Yes.
I was just so excited.
It's such amazing. And I tell you, you are so powerful. I love everything that you do. Just everything. I mean, your packaging, just everything. I said, like, okay, when I got all the info, all your info, I said, I gotta get like this. She's doing it big. But once
Thank
again,
you.
I'm excited to have you on. You've been through so much. We October, breast cancer awareness, month,
Hmm.
and you have been one of those individuals that, has had breast cancer,
Yes,
and I mean, you got through it.
I
You
did.
got through it, and we're able to now tell your story, and everybody's here to learn about everything you got going on. So I mean, tell us, how was that, getting through that process?
Um, the process, the total process, or
Yeah.
the total process. First, God is at the forefront of my life.
Yes.
I have very supportive family, and I have one son. He's my only child,
Hmm.
and I have many friends and family, and I have to say my church family. And very inspirational, getting me through the tough times. It wasn't easy. I can't
Hmm.
sit back here and say it was. Through my faith, um, through I have to say really mental health assistance. That is one thing I must tell everyone. Without that, you will not feel whole again. I didn't feel like my authentic self whatsoever. Right now, I'm at the most
Hmm.
peaceful state of my life. Peace, serene. I'm happy. I feel like my authentic self. I have to say, those trials and tribulations has drawn me closer to a more intimacy walk with God. When you're here in the pandemic, like we did this, nonprofit did a huge COVID-19 project.
Hmm.
And when we came away from that, I had all this time on my hand because we used to be on the road. And so when I had the time, I always wanted to write a book. I told my siblings, and by the way, my beloved parents are there in heaven. And so there was 13 total of us, and now there's 10. So they're looking at me right now. I'm sure that you're not, but I have
Yes.
to say, without them in my life, I would not be where I'm sitting here talking to you today, Nikki. Um,
and and you are so amazing. I want to say, going into just having not only to go through that, but you have an extensive healthcare background,
yeah,
working over 30 years in the healthcare field. That in itself, is truly amazing, because you are really being a service to others. I mean, I think that's powerful in itself.
yeah, we have been with the nonprofit 5 years strong now.
Hmm.
That is my passion, helping others, and I think God gave me that talent right back again.
Yes.
In the pandemic, I had no idea. I always say I wanted to write a book with my siblings. I always told them, but then out of the pandemic, birthed an author out of me. So I mean, it's just amazing. And Nikki, I have to tell you, I wrote the book in 30 days.
What?
30 days.
Wow, that is amazing.
I know.
And we gotta let everybody know the name of the book is Broken.
Broken, but still a masterpiece.
Yes, I love. And she even got the frame. She got the masterpiece frame.
No, I can't take all the credit for that. I have to
Okay.
do it. Look, I'm gonna have to do a shout out to Joell Photography, and also to my graphic designer who does the flyer I sent you.
Yes.
I have to give a shout out to the publisher, Iris Williams, because she was amazed too that I wrote the book.
Yes.
She even asked me, "Do you have the stamina and the drive to do this?" I said, "Well, if God said I do, I do." So she said, "You when she emailed me back, she said you're a born writer." I said, "I didn't know that."
Yes, I mean, you said it enough. Broken, but still a masterpiece. And what you put out there was greatness in itself. I mean, just in a title. So, how did you come up with this amazing title?
Okay, this is how I came up with this. It wasn't me. The pandemic put me at a place with God. And
Yeah.
so at that point, I said, you know what? I have all this time. So I prayed about it. It was about 2 weeks later. I'll never forget, on a Wednesday morning at 3 o'clock, it was like a whisper to me, broken, but still a masterpiece. He said
Mm,
glass on the back, and he was gone. So I knew
yes.
right then that was my answer. So I called Miss Williams up. She was my third publishing company to interview. So it was like
Mm,
prolonged, but you know what? She was the perfect one. She was the most inspiration, and she was a Christian. And so well, our stories, she has a story, I have a story. So it from there on, it birthed. And so
wow.
right now it's in the final proof, and it should be out. I said December 2020, but it'll be out next month.
Yes, we
Yes.
ready. November.
Yeah.
Let's go. Ready for Thanksgiving time.
Yes.
It's gonna be cool. You can cuddle and read. Broken, but still a masterpiece. Yes, we ready. I'm so excited for you. Now, what can we? I know you can't give us all the goods, because we want everybody to buy it. But what can we expect? A little bit we can expect in this book.
And this book is going to tell you how you're going to come against trials and tribulation.
Mm-hmm.
There, we're everyone's going to come against that.
Yes,
Everyone's got a story to tell. But God gave me a voice to use.
he sure did.
So He gave it for myositis. He gave me for breast cancer. So I'm going to use mine for emotional abuse intertwined with mental health, because mental health should be at the forefront.
Yes.
Because if we have mental health, if we have persons that are mentally stable and in their right mind, not thinking out of that pattern, then there wouldn't be no more abuse.
Mm-hmm.
But everyone's not on that. So I'm driving home mental health. And so I have to say, during my first marriage, I went to a therapist, psychologist. And in my second marriage, I went there. And you
Mm-hmm.
know what? I'm whole again because of mental health and because of Christ in my life. And so, what I want persons to know, men or women, because either it could be either of all the diagnoses that I've gone through, it could be
Yeah.
men or women. And so, I want them to know, even though through the struggles, you still can come out okay. You just have to keep believing, having faith, having hope,
Mm-hmm.
because hope is only the tiny seed of a mustard seed. And if you hold on to your faith and your hope, you'll make it. Now, some days I didn't believe. I always ask God, why me? Why were you? I didn't look. I don't ask that no more. I got my answer. I'm a voice for the voiceless. So I plan on now driving home, even with our nonprofit, assisting more patients. Um, when we do not have the pandemic like presently, I plan on getting more on social media, going live,
Mm-hmm.
on topics. But my next book is already in the making. It's Living with the Disease of Myositis. I've had that for 25 years now. I've done extremely well. I must say that I was diagnosed early on because I was referred to the best university in Durham, North Carolina, a medical center. Um, that has really helped me. And also been having a healthy lifestyle as far as eating nutrition. And I have to thank that to my physician down here, Dr. Halton Green. She's outstanding. So she keeps me on track.
And as you can see, we see some of these comments that coming up. Everybody's loving it, they loving everything you're doing. I see, shout out to everybody that's tuned in right now. Everybody's showing so much love.
Well, that's
And I
good.
love it. And yes, won't he do it? Won't God do it? He
Yes, he will.
will.
He will.
Shout out to everybody that's tuned in right now.
Yes, I want to tell everyone I love them. I sincerely thank you for your support. Without it, uh, I don't know where I would be, but I'm right here sitting in presently at the Nikki Rich Show, telling
Yes.
everyone that I'm okay, I'm fine, I'm in my safe haven with God, and I
Hmm.
know with Him that I'm going to be fine.
Yes, you will. You will be fine. And so many people are showing so much love to you right now, from everywhere. How does it feel to get that love and support?
It feels good it's difficult for me to receive it more than me giving it out.
Hmm.
So I'm a servant to others, but when it comes to me, it's just like, okay, I got to learn to self love myself because I was at the point, Nikki, of giving myself away, and I
Hmm.
would have to say dysfunctional relationships. And so now I've learned to better take care of myself first before I can give it away.
Yes.
And so now I feel that's how I'm growing, I must say.
Yes, yes. Now, gearing up for this big month, November, it's a
I,
lot going on in
it's a
November.
lot.
It's a lot, but it's very powerful and history being made in
Yes,
November.
yes,
You get me now?
yes.
History is being
History.
made in November. So it's like the right time for everything.
I know.
So what are you doing to prepare and get ready and get geared up for this book release?
Well, I did do, I ordered a complimentary bookmark.
Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful. It's designed just like my book. And by the way, I have a one right here. It's soft cover, but
Okay.
she sent it to me so that I can feel the feel of it and see how it works for. And it's just perfect.
Can you show
Uh,
it to us one more time?
yes,
Look at how beautiful. That is beautiful, y'all. It's a masterpiece. I told you she got the whole frame, the masterpiece.
it's only God. But I must say, gearing up, I'm ready. I got everything ordered. Believe me, I had to hire an
Hmm.
assistant to help me. She's excellent. My executive assistant is Deb McCray. I want to give a big shout out to her. Uh,
Yay.
I didn't have to worry about that part. I have to give a shout out to my interim president for nonprofit, Mr. Clyde Huff, because right now I'm geared more towards moving forward, and
Hmm.
they give me that time. All my board members, board of directors are outstanding, I must say. Uh, Everyone has been very supportive in this endeavor because I have to say, um, Nikki, most people probably wouldn't be bold enough to come out and tell their story, but I
Hmm.
knew it was time for me to when God said it was.
Yes, it was time, and like I said, now is the time because a lot of people are going through and they're
Mhm.
talking about mental health and what they're dealing with, and you are inspiring others, and just through your story you're helping and inspiring other people.
Yes, and that is my aspiration is to do that.
Hmm.
Because there's many people that's reached back to help me. I look definitely at the ones that who inspired me, such as you too. I have
Thank
to say,
you.
once I met you on, I mean, I always tell you that you're such an inspiration. You're always smiling, and I love
Thank
to
you.
smile. I mean, and no one probably knows this, but on my book cover, Joell Photography knows this. I have to say, George, I was broken. That photo was taken December 2019, and I was in legal separation at that moment.
Mm,
But God had still had a smile on my face.
yes.
So
And doesn't it be like that where because we all go through something.
yeah,
And, and I tell people I go through a lot, but God, He also gives us the strength. I mean, He's blessed us with the day.
yes, he
Why
had.
would you walk around sad or angry or mad or whatever? You still keep that smile on because we are still here and our purpose is not done yet
Yes,
until
we
He's
are.
ready for us.
I
So
agree.
we're always going to have that because He's been through it as well. God been through it. So,
Mm-hmm.
what make us any different? So we just got to, like you say, you kept that smile on. It's not easy now. It's not easy.
Not easy.
But we all go through something. We all got to go through something. In our lifetime. As long as we
Hmm.
here, we're gonna go through. But we can make it a lot easier
That's so true.
knowing
Hmm.
who our Father is. Praying, meditating, and going about things differently than we normally. Because I know back in the day, I used to handle things differently than I do now.
Yes.
But now, as you get closer, I would say to God and in the Word, your life starts changing, even from the food you eat, from just how you interact with other people.
It shifts. It's like your life shifts.
Mm-hmm.
It
It
shifts
is.
to a greater being instead of stagnant. Mine went to another higher level, meaning
Mm-hmm.
higher level power with God. That's what I mean. And when God
Yes.
puts you to that level, my inspiration is to remain there with him.
Mm-hmm.
Because like when you see me on social media, I'll be working, it's like moving from one account to the
You're
other.
everywhere and you do good because some people don't even do the things that you're on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. I'm like, okay.
And I'm at 1,008 followers now on Twitter.
Yay! Let's talk about that. Let's celebrate. Okay, right before the interview, you set a goal to, with your social media. So let's celebrate that and talk about that.
Yes. So right now, I'm just so overjoyed because I want to meet my goal before we had this interview today, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I drove home. I get on the writer's lift. You do everywhere you can. You say hello, hi, how are you? And there's so many kind people on social media. Believe me, everyone was so kind and supportive on the social media platforms. And talk about those follow loops. Now you see me hooked on those follow loops. I know you did.
Yes.
And Nikki be retweeting. She be retweeting, and I mean everybody. It catches their attention by what I put up, and I think the part of it is my title of my book. It's that attention getter, broken but
Yes.
still a masterpiece. And so I have to say it was only God that He gave me the title. And so from there, I'm inspired to help other people. My inspiration is driven home to do even more now. And
Mm-hmm.
as far as the book signings, I would do that once the pandemic's safe enough. I've already had two already scheduled. But for right now, I will be autographing and doing pre-orders, and that would be sent immediately right thereafter the book is.
Yes.
Yes, and that would be very soon.
Well, we're excited now. What platforms do you plan to have your book on?
Amazon, and we're going to go to books,
A million?
Barnes and Nobles, Books a Million,
Mm-hmm.
and there's other platforms which I'll be posting on my social media and the website so everyone will know how to follow.
Yay! I'm
I know.
excited. Now, okay, I know you haven't released this one yet, but can we expect, either a sequel or another one? I mean, because you already got this one ready to go.
Oh yes,
So what's next? Can we expect some more writing?
it's living with the mystery disease, and why I say it's mystery disease because just
Mm-hmm.
to look at me, you can't tell I got the disease of any kind.
Mm-mm.
You can't tell I had breast cancer.
No.
Tell I had myositis. You can't tell me I had mental issues. You can't tell me I was emotional abused. But I'm a living witness. I have been. And so from that part, what's gonna the sequel from this one is gonna be living with the myositis disease.
Oh,
Period.
wow.
I want them to learn how to live with it because it's not easy. Most persons you see, and if you come at the platform, and I have to say, myositis affects people of color more than any other nationality in
Mm,
this. Yes, and so it's an education point, and so that will be in my next book coming up. So
wow.
it's already it's been birthed a little bit already. So you know me,
Yay.
I'm not sitting there twiddling my thumbs. No, I'm working behind the scenes. I have to say social media. I tell them hello, but I'm on a time restraints, and they understand why, because like you, I had to be on a time restraints in order to get everything ready for you to be perfect and ready to go. And so I'm busy and Twitter keeps you busy. I mean, it's busy
Hmm.
when you're on social media and you having to interact with other persons. And so they're very supportive, very, very supportive. I,
Yes. And I have to agree with you, on having, a illness or disease. I know a lot of everybody see me. I don't look like anything wrong,
no.
but me, I'm battling kidney disease.
Mhm. I
It's
would
been
never.
3 years. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'm
Hmm.
doing dialysis. It gets challenging from time, but I know that God,
Yes.
He has a purpose,
Hmm.
and that's why we're here today. We got
Yes.
this platform. We can help somebody else that's going through.
Hmm.
I
Yes.
know, like my friends and my cousin, they was like, "Oh, you sound like," one minute they'll talk to me. Like yesterday was one of those hard days. They was like, "Oh, you sound so upbeat all the time," and like maybe I would say 10 minutes later, I was in the bed, lights off, everything. So it was like I just can't believe it, sometimes, but that's how it is.
And you're
And
absolutely correct. You are
hmm,
absolutely correct because you know what? I would never would have known until you said that and
yes,
talking to me, right? And I'm like, no, but there it goes again,
hmm,
an invisible illness. It's
yes,
invisible. See, our smile doesn't reflect on the inside of how we really feeling.
yes,
So it's like you don't look like what you're going through. Well, I'm
mm-mm,
going through, but I'm still going to keep a smile on my face because I'm just
exactly,
thankful to God that I'm here.
yes. And I want to tell you too that we are blessed that God not only that we can tell our stories on these platforms, but we're able to, achieve our visions as well. You
Hmm.
had a vision to write, and you
Yes,
successfully did that. And now it's coming you're birthing this new book. It's so exciting, and sometimes that just is bigger than whatever you're going through, and it
I
helps you get through that process. It helps you. It helps so much. I see everybody that's tuned in. Thank you guys for all the love. Yes. Can you see the comment?
yes, yes,
Shout out to everybody. Make sure y'all subscribe to Nikki Rich, the number
yes,
two. Nikki Rich, the number two on YouTube.
yes.
Shout out to everybody tune in. Much love. We are live. And is there any inspirational words that you would like to share with the people?
Yes, I want everyone to never, ever, ever give up. And no matter whatever you're going through, always
Mhm.
know this too shall pass. My mom and dad always told us trouble doesn't last always.
No, it don't.
And I live my life by that every single day
Yes.
of my life. And so, what I do, I meditate as soon as I get up in the morning. I meditate throughout the day. You don't know, I have, believe it or not, I have scriptures right above my vanity area. So it reminds
Ooh.
me. And that's how I made it through. Keep praying. Prayer change.
Hmm.
No weapon formed against me shall prosper. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And that's how it birthed to be. And
Yes.
I mean, I made it.
Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. And I love everything that you got going on. And, just so much. But I'm so excited for everything you have going on. Now, also, if anybody wanted to connect with you and contact you, where could they go to?
They can go to Facebook under author Miyoshi Gordon. They can go to Instagram, author Miyoshi Gordon. They can go to Twitter, author Miyoshi Gordon.
Yes.
And they also may email me at myoshigordon@gmail.com.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, we just not gonna stop here because we got more with you. Before this new release, we got some more because I definitely want to get you on our radio podcast on iHeartRadio. Well, we
Yeah.
actually on 4 platforms.
Hmm.
We're on iHeart, Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, as
Okay.
well as Blog Talk Radio and
Hmm.
TuneIn Radio. So
Yes.
I would love to get you to come back and just talk with us once again. If I would like to extend the invitation today, if you would like to come on with us in the next few weeks.
I would definitely do that. I would love to, Nikki. And also,
Yay!
one more contact. I website is www.united a divine purpose inc.com.
Yes. And shout out to all the viewers. I want to go real quickly before I want to go through the viewers that's
Okay.
on right
All
now. So I
right.
want to give
Great.
a quick shout out to my peeps that I can see right
Okay.
now.
All right.
I see we got Karen Brown, Bobby Gordon, Lily,
Uh-huh.
Sydney Gordon,
Uh-huh.
Ruthie Rogers, Deb McCrae, Pamela Hollenhorn, Karen Brown, Brenda Monroe.
Yeah.
I see ya guys. I'm going through right now.
Oh
I'm
my goodness.
checking everybody. Josephine D. Evans, Bernice Quick,
Oh my.
so many people. Edward Keith Jr. We
Oh.
just interviewed him. Sarah Jordan,
Uh-huh.
Sarah Gordon, Gordon. I'm sorry, y'all.
Uh-huh.
Sarah. Hey, Sarah. Um, let me see. I see we got Melvin Roberts, Lily Baldwin, and Emma Carpenter. Hey,
Yes.
guys.
That's my
Hey, everybody.
friends. Yeah.
Yay. Thank you guys for tuning in. We are live on YouTube and Facebook, and we'll be putting this on our Instagram as well. Make sure, once again, y'all subscribe to Nikki Rich, the number 2 on YouTube. And thank you guys for
I,
tuning in to the Nikki Rich Show. And I'm just so honored to have you on today. It's such an honor, just to have you. Hey, Betty Ray. It's such a honor to have you on. So many people tuned in just to hear about Broken, but still a masterpiece. So it's coming, y'all. Stay tuned. So much more. We're going to go in a few weeks to iHeartRadio.
hmm
You can check us out. We're going to be talking, with Miyoshi again about this upcoming release. So thank you once again. And everybody's saying you're so amazing. Yes, he is. He's so amazing. Yes, so much love to everybody that's coming on. Thank you guys for your continuous support of the Nikki Rich
Yes.
Show.
Yes.
And thank you
Yes.
for being our guest today. I really enjoyed this interview.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. God bless you.
God bless you.